Welcome back to the SV Life podcast of 2020. My name is Erin, and I have my co-host for today, Brooke. I'm also joined by Emily, John, Rhonda, Sebastian, and Alyssa. Say hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Starting this podcast off, a simple riddle. What has a neck but no head?
A bottle.
Yes.
The Headless Horseman?
Oh, yeah, that's a good answer.
The original one is a bottle, but that's clever too.
Oh,
Good job.
Guitar as well.
A+ for creativity. Okay. Awesome. Well, today's topic will be about embarrassing stories. And moving on to our first question, what is your most embarrassing childhood story?
I have one. It is one time we were walking in the city and I got my head stuck in a fence.
Ouch. Oh my lord.
must have hurt.
Didn't hurt.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I have not an embarrassing story, but an embarrassing thing that happens to me a lot. Sometimes I'll run into a pole and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And then I realize it's a pole.
I love that. Is that all?
Yeah, I don't have an embarrassing story.
That's all right. Maybe you'll have an answer for the next one. Which, by the way, what is your most favorite or least favorite embarrassing childhood story?
I have one.
Go ahead.
So when I was younger, me and my friend, we were walking through the elementary school yard, and a handball hit me in the face, and it bounced off me, and it hit her in the face.
Yes.
Well, I don't embarrass easily, but I have a funny story.
Okay.
In elementary, I was playing football with some friends. I was talking to one of them. I didn't realize the football was coming my way, and I got hit in the head.
I think we all have a lot of memories of getting hit in the head with a bunch of PE equipment, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I vividly remember getting hit with so many volleyballs and dodgeballs. That was...
Oof.
Anyone else?
Nope, I still don't have any stories from my childhood.
Well, you can also tell funny stories or stories in general. It doesn't have to be specifically around childhood stories.
I have a story.
Okay.
This one isn't, I guess it's kind of embarrassing, but I was riding my bike and my parents were outside and my friends were like over and stuff and they're watching me. And I rode my bike and I slipped and I cut myself really bad.
Oh my god.
Oh,
How bad was it?
It was pretty bad. I still have scars.
Oh my.
Oof.
back in elementary school. It was during an after-school club. I was hanging out with some friends, and we were waiting in line for something. I can't remember what. And me and my friend were getting on each other's backs, riding each other like we were horses, because that's what we did. We didn't have electronics at school, so we were riding around, and then she stumbled on a crack and dropped me, and I scraped my knee.
Oh my
Except I didn't tell the teacher, and I kind of just walked into the bathroom and cleaned it up, then walked back out. And I was like, okay.
You just acted like nothing had happened the rest of the day. Okay.
Erin, you have one?
Yes. When I was in elementary school, I went to an after-school club too. And back then, they don't allow phones to be out, right? It's not until like middle school. And so our phones used to get taken away. And I forgot mine once. And I kept forgetting for several days to get it back. And every single day, my friends later would be like, where's your phone? And then I'll be like, I keep forgetting. It stayed in the box for a week.
Oh,
Yes, Sebastian, you have one?
Yeah. This one of my friends, he goes to Sierra Vista. His name's Jonathan, and we were playing Legos, and he got this Avengers Tower Lego set, and I bumped and we dropped it and we just started laughing hysterically.
Sounds amazing.
Rhonda, you have one?
Yeah, it's not really embarrassing, but it's just in the back of my mind. In 2012 in summer, my dad kind of rented the speedboat for us to take to the lake. There we were at Lake Tahoe. And he let me take the wheel for a bit, and the boat was actually in motion. We were actually on the lake and driving it, and he decided to let me take the wheel. And I didn't even notice that the boat was tipping. Like, it was almost gonna like tip over and flip over into the lake.
Oh my god.
And my parents didn't notice until they actually saw the water heading up towards us. So my dad quickly took the wheel and just quickly turned it so we wouldn't flip over.
Oh.
Wow.
This is why you don't let a 6-year-old drive a speedboat.
Sounds like an adventure.
Okay, Alyssa, you have one?
Yeah, I finally have a story. So, I was in Washington, and my family and I were skiing. So, as I was skiing down this really high mountain, I guess, I fell face first into the snow, and no one noticed, so I just laid there in the snow, waiting for someone to notice. And I was just like there. Yeah, I waited for about 20 minutes.
What? Imagine just an average skier passing by, like.
I can imagine that in my mind, just you face down into the snow for about 20 minutes with no one around.
All right. Well, I have another embarrassing story. So when I was in kindergarten, for some reason, a lot of the times when I was getting ready in the morning, I would put on my pants over my pajama pants because I kept like forgetting to take off my pajama pants. So like most of the time when I went to school in kindergarten, I would be wearing 2 pairs of pants.
Quirky.
And I didn't notice.
What?
You just acted like that was a normal thing.
Yes.
Everyone does this. It's in style.
That must have been comfortable.
I'm gonna go to Vogue magazines.
All right. Well, John, do you have one last story?
Well, this one's actually pretty recent. I was walking up the stairs at my house, and I tripped and fell on the wood.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Well, did you hurt was there any cuts or did it just hurt?
Were you rushed to the hospital?
I don't think you can get rushed to the hospital because of that.
Actually felt quite a lot since quarantine started.
Me too. I remember one time when I was little, I fell down the stairs, and nobody remembers it. In my house, back when it was 2 stories and we had stairs, I fell down, rolled down like a caterpillar, and I hit the wall, and nobody remembered.
On April Fool's, I was trying to pull a prank on my mom, but I ended up falling down the stairs.
Oh, I guess everyone's fallen downstairs.
Not me. I never fall downstairs in my life.
Are you serious?
Whoa.
No, I've never fallen off stairs in my life.
I haven't fallen downstairs either.
I've never had stairs, but once when I was at my friend's house, they had stairs and like it curved. And like I slipped near the top and I hit the part where it curved, like I hit the wall.
You good? You good?
Not then.
Oh
no.
Alright, so one time my mom and dad, like this is when I was a baby, it was just me. And me and my dad and my mom, it was like very long. And it was a nice dinner. And I went for like a magician move. And I pulled a tablecloth and all the food fell.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, so you were trying to do that thing where you're trying to take off the tablecloth without spilling anything?
Yeah, like the stuff like that. But I was a baby and I didn't understand and I did it. And
Oh my god.
my God.
Like chaos innocence. Well, that's the end of this week's episode. If you want to suggest some topics or questions for other future podcasts, click on the form in the description. Make sure to subscribe and like for more. We hope you all take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!